what I found from this project is that one of the, like, not like the most difficult things, but one of the most like critically sensitive things is the messages that you get from IRC as to whether players have left or joined the game, because my game has like a passive point system that just keeps track of like who is embarking on these adventures and awards points accordingly. And so in order to do that, I have to keep very careful track of who's, like, when people join and leave chat, because I can't just ask who's in the like, it seems a little crazy to say it, but the truth is you can't just ask IRC like who's in chat right now. You just have to keep, like, IRC will tell you who's in chat when IRC feels like telling you who's in chat. And if IRC doesn't feel like telling you who's in chat, you better just keep track of it on your own. um, so yeah, that was fun to work around. And it's not like super difficult per se, but it's just like one of those things that's very, very sensitive. So what were we working on before that? Oh yeah, we were working on the GM guide. Although Zero left, so I might actually put that on hold until Zero gets back. Oh yeah, I was gonna the square braces. So like, I'll just finish this example. For example, so Hark, you arrive at a clearly haunted mansion. Will you befriend the spirits or perform an exorcism? That was a choice. This was a choice. What was the what do I call choice thingies? I think I called it decision. I think I changed the name to, or decided. I use these as adjectives, but maybe it'd make more sense as nouns. I don't know. Nah, whatever. I'll just use decided for now. So, what, yeah, I haven't told about the video delay. I don't know if it actually helps. Some people said that it helps if I turn off the camera and turn it back on again, but I don't know if that actually helps. No one's told me if it actually helps. Someone just told me it should help. Oh hey, Max Meyer, how's it going? Mr. Max Meyer. Oh yeah, so that's the other thing. Yeah. So if anyone's curious about how IRC will or won't tell you, if you join the channel within like a few minutes, IRC will probably tell you who's in that channel. Probably. And then, so once you know who's in, so it'll tell you the full list up front. Probably. Sometimes it doesn't. And then you have to keep track of that list, because from that point on, it will only tell you when people leave or when people join. Again, probably. Like, there's some delay to it, and, actually, no, that part I've found to be fairly consistent, except for the delay. But yeah, it's that. So if anyone plans on making a project that is that needs to keep track of that information, that is how you do it. That's also incidentally when I take down the script. It's why I never just restart the script instantly, because if I restarted the script instantly, then IRC wouldn't tell me the player list. I have to wait. I have to take the script down, wait for IRC to like relax or something, and then oh, Twitch IRC. All right, sorry. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, this is for Twitch IRC. Thank you for clarifying. This is the first time I've worked with IRC, so I guess I actually wasn't sure whether it was all IRC or just Twitch. But yeah, this is definitely how Twitch IRC works. And what was I? Oh yeah, because if I restarted the script too fast, IRC wouldn't give me the new list. It would give me the parts and the joins like from that point on, but it wouldn't give me the list to begin with. So, all right. So the example here. So, yeah. Why did I set up the commands like this? I mean, the end of the command is decided, and then the start of the. I left it so that so when a GM closes out an event, they put the type last, and I did that so that like the GM could put something like some text before it if they felt like it. But what type of text was I thinking of when I set this up? I mean, I guess it doesn't super matter, but Will you befriend the spirits or perform an exorcism? Hark, you arrive at a clearly haunted mansion. Will you befriend the spirits or perform an exorcism? Um, so I guess, I mean, it kind of depends, like, on what actions players actually take. Uh, so I don't know, whatever. The mansion stirs with supernatural presence. Whatever, that's fine. And all right. I might just leave it at that for now. Because there's more to it, but honestly, as much as I was writing the stock, I was basically just explaining it to Zero Maverick. So I might just wait until he comes back and put that aside for now. Because actually, I mean, the other things that I want to work on are is this saved? I think Google Docs tends to just save automatically a lot. So this is GM, or this is how to GM side quest. Actually, I guess if hot to GM side quest, I'll be honest, it is pretty hot to GM side quest. So this is going to be similar to the game that reads the streamer's chat and their keywords that people say to change. No, this is nothing like that. So I think you're talking about, oh gosh, I don't even remember the name of it, but I know what game you're talking about. Yeah, so there's a game that someone made where, like, person A, like, someone plays the game, right? So one person is playing the game, and the Twitch channel broadcasts that person playing the game, and then everyone who's watching the broadcast can change the course of the game using chat. This is the opposite. The people in chat are the people playing the game. And also the games are nothing alike. So there you go. Yeah. And also, it's just as a minor point of clarification, it's not going to be. It actually is. So yeah. Uh, so glad we could clear that up. All right, I'll finish the GM guide later. Hey, events. Event down. Speaking of events, I don't have enough of them. I I might like I said, I might use that event that I just man, man, the internet doesn't want me to have any fun today. Earlier, I forget who. Someone was telling me my smile is annoying. And I know you didn't say my laugh is annoying, so thank you. But all right, wait, hold on. I can do this. All right, it's time for very serious game dev with Binray and friends. I'm not smiling. I'm not smiling. I'm not laughing. Whew, this is hard, you guys, but it's serious. So, serious game dev. We're going to make events. We're going to make very serious events. Sorry, I can't. I don't. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, we got a new follower. Keep it on, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Um, thank you. Oh yeah, I was gonna use I was gonna make a new Google Docs thing to type out my quests, just so that I have spell check when I'm typing out my quests. And actually, like I said, I'll probably just use the ghost one. So you arrive at a clearly haunted mansion. Oh, I don't need to copy Hark. I don't know. I'll probably change it a little bit. But sure. You arrive at a clearly haunted. You arrive at a mansion. You arrive at an abandoned castle. Uh, abandoned castle. A creepy abandoned castle. Uh, Teeming with supernatural presence. Will you befriend the spirits or perform an exorcism? Will you befriend? Will you commune with the spirits, or perform an exorcism? This is a excuse me. This is a decision, or yeah. This is like a decision type quest. So I don't really need spell check. I'll just write this directly into a notepad, because I might as well use the. I'm just gonna close this temporarily. Oh wait, actually, no wait. I should reopen that because I forgot. Even before I started doing this, I started doing a few other things. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the other thing is I'm gonna be saying. I'm gonna be saying a lot of quests out loud, or events out loud, but it's gonna be actually slightly discrepant from like what's actually happening in the game. So um, so yeah, I apologize. It's just always confusing when I work on quests, because not only do I ask myself like endless rhetorical questions, yeah, it's just interesting. It's an interesting time. Good job, creative. Okay, so what am I doing here? Oh yeah, right. So yeah, so the okay, so this is event type 2. It is not multi. Oh, it is not multi, and I forgot to add in a throwaway. Will you commune with the spirits, perform an exorcism, or what? Or, I mean, the obvious thing is to cower in fear. Uh, but I don't want to go the obvious route necessarily. I mean, I can. I'll probably want to change that, but I also, more than I want to change that, I want to not spend so much time writing these quests. I want to make more quests. I want to make significantly more quests, not just like several more. My goal is to like kind of crank them out a little bit. So oh yes, this is also true. As Lauren says, right. Like I technically have this this control panel here, and one of my goals actually is to someday be a good GM, because I think if I like actually dedicate some time to like being a good GM, then like it's probably the sort of thing that I could get into the habit doing, and then hopefully it would be easier to like to like juggle that with like the normal content of like what I do on stream. I just haven't gotten there yet. And then yeah, as we were talking about earlier, there's also now the capacity for other players to serve as GM. So yeah, we have options. All right. Yeah. So before I do that, I'll just yeah, I think, I don't know. I'll do some of these. You learn a new recipe. You learn a delicious new recipe. Um, I did promise Zero that he could be the first GM. But if you want to, yeah, when you get a chance to be GM, Lauren, that that is to your discretion. Oh, oh, sorry, I jumped around from topic to topic real quick, so I missed. But yeah, the no, for the throwaway. Oh, that's one thing I haven't done. There's no way for a GM other than myself. There's no way for like, so the automated events have throwaway options, but I haven't added in, like, actually not even with my secret control panel can I do like throwaway options. So that part actually, that part is yeah, no, that part is not something that GMs can do. That's actually only part of the automated system. If I need to, I can make it part of the GM's repertoire. But I don't know. More often than not, I think of just like taking it out altogether. So hey, Bricktech, welcome back. Watson, welcome back. um, so yeah, right. So, right, I'm just like quickly adding stuff. Like, what are things that you kind of inevitably will do, as not necessarily inevitably will do, but like, what are things you will inevitably, what are some things you'll inevitably do as an adventurer? What are some things that are just cool that you can do as an, sorry, these are rhetorical questions. I'm just recapping as to what I'm trying to come up with. I all right. So learn delicious new recipe. If I'm probably going to zone out of chat a little bit when I'm working on this, so on immediately. I will take breaks to look at chat. I just yeah. All right. So do backflip, win arm wrestling, try a new food or drink, whittle a small toy for some kid, learn delicious new recipe, discover an unexplored cave, cavern, cave, I don't know, cavern, uh, find a new, a strange new type of insect. Yeah, these are so the things I'm working on now. I'll try and limit my rhetorical questions to as few as possible because I know rhetorical questions are confusing when I'm asking myself them. It's also the sort of thing that, like, all the things that I'm coming up with are repeatable. They're things that you can do because like this is part of the passive bonus system, which just will happen intermittently, and so a lot of these, will inevitably repeat fairly often, and like the same person might do some of these, repeatedly, or not like, I mean not so often, but like they'll come up again and again from time to time. So okay, so these so far the ones that I've come up with right now are very like active. They're like very things that you do. So I should come up with more that are like things that like happen to you. So like so like uh, uh I know this isn't one of those, but whatever. It's just how my brain's working right now. And I shouldn't be too limiting. I should just come up with like as much stuff as possible. So yeah, with active, or like things that you do or things that happen to you. Those are both legit. So the yeah. So what are like the things that happen to you are like, well, a bird smiles at you. That's like the only thing that happens to you, really. Uh, a dragonfly lands on your nose. Um, uh, 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 I was gonna say a rainbow or something like that, but a rainbow doesn't happen to a specific person. Uh, uh, you you catch a glimpse of some fairy folk. Uh, 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 I don't know if this one makes sense, but like, No, that one doesn't make sense. I was gonna say like the winds like call your name or something, but that's like weird. That's like, what does that even mean? So this is probably good for now. Maybe I'm kind of like petering out a little bit with this stuff, and also it's irking me that I haven't looked at chat for a while. So I just really want to be done with this so I can look at chat again. um, um, all right, so no, I should do a few more of these. At least a few more. Yeah, I can do a few more. I'm not done yet. Oh, you receive a letter from a friend or family or something. I don't know. You uh, uh, I mean, hypothetically, you could like find a box of donuts or something. But I don't know. I don't want it to be things that like are specifically excluding like that specifically exclude other people. The way these work is that every time these occur, like these will like basically never happen to everyone all at once. These always happen to like a select number of people. Like, and you know, it happens to different people. So like you never know exactly when something's going to happen, when one of these is going to happen to you. Um, and so they have to be things that like some number of people can do, but I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be like actively exclusive. Like I want it to be like, you know, like you receive a letter from a friend, and it's so like on any given day, like not everyone is going to receive a letter from their friend, right? But like if you come to like something of limited supply, so yeah, so the reason I mentioned the box of donuts, it wouldn't literally be a box of donuts, but like, um, so like hypothetically, you could come across like some limited supply of like donuts or like you know something nice, but I don't like that one because that implies that some people got donuts because there were that many donuts, and that other people like I don't know, maybe there just weren't enough donuts. And like, isn't that the worst when like you miss out on donuts and you just there's just an empty box of donuts and you're like, ah, isn't that the I don't know. That's how I feel. So I don't want to include that in my game. So maybe this is good. Maybe I'm petering out for now. All right. So yeah, I need to come up with points values, and I need to rewrite these for the singular and the plural. So I'll do points values last. Uh, oh yeah, so the format is one adventure or like multiple adventures. So one adventure. Uh, uh, so like sweet. uh, wait. Uh, oh wait. No, these all start with Mary. So I shouldn't prefix this with like an exclamation because like they kind of already are. So like one adventure pulls off a sweet backflip. uh, and then so multiple adventures pull off some sweet backflips. Yeah. Execute. What's it? Pull off isn't quite right. Land. One adventure lands a sweet backflip. Multiple adventures land some sweet backflips. All right, that's better. That's gonna be worth some number of points. Win at arm wrestling. So one adventure wins an arm wrestling match. Wins a match of arm wrestling. uh, multiple adventures win matches of arm wrestling. Try a new food or drink. One adventure tastes a spicy new dish for the first time. Multiple adventures taste a spicy new dish. I think I should use each more often. So like multiple adventures each land a sweet backflip. Because like I don't want it to imply multiples per person. I think each land a sweet backflip. Maybe? I don't know. Each win a match of arm wrestling. Huh. I guess I don't do that very much. Learn to play a song. Multiple adventures each learn to play a song. Multiple adventures learn to play a song. Yeah, no, I guess each is important when it's like when it would be different if the people did it together. Oh, sorry, I can probably read chat at this point. Oh, Jocko, hey, how's it going? Yeah. uh, wait, sorry, when did I tune out? Oh, sorry, for a sec. Sorry, I must have tuned out before you said that. Oh no, Watson took off in it. Wow, all right. Um, okay, wait, sorry. Sorry. Checking over chat. If you're still here, for a sec, the you gain experience naturally over time, or like at specific intervals. Just by like going on the adventure, and then the fastest way to earn experience though is to participate in the events, because the events. Whoa! Did the game crash? What? I was not paying attention to that. Wow. Oh, I just forgot to. Whoa! Wait. What? Oh, wait. Eligible list. Division by 0. Whoops. Uh. Oh yeah, that's kind of an assumption, I guess. Uh, Whoops, sorry about that. Let me rerun the script real quick. Uh, Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, because if the script were running, that would be the events would be the quickest way to to earn experience. I should pay more attention to that, especially when I'm tuned out of chat, because I'm sure someone mentioned it in chat and I just was not paying attention. All right, so if len eligible list is greater than. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is for. All right. This is for. Yeah, I was gonna say eligible list should always have at least one character in it for uh, the GM initiated ones, but this is not for a GM initiated one, of course. All right. So if eligible list, if length of eligible list is greater than 0, then yeah. Because if the length of the eligible list is 0, then we don't really have to worry about that. Oh, and that must have been what happened. So this probably was like trying to get like it was probably like someone's birthday, or like it. Yeah, I mean it probably like rolled a 20, and no one had 20 passive points. So that's a good sign too, because like previously passive points were stacking up so fast that like people had like 30 something passive points, and it just wasn't rinsing fast enough. But we seem to have fixed some of that at least. All right, so is that good? I'll probably rerun the script now. Am I making that assumption other places? No, probably not, but Yeah, it was probably just that one. All right, so I'll rerun it. I hope I didn't save that. I hope I didn't save this recently, because otherwise it would be super messed up and probably crash a bunch. All right, sorry. Now that I've fixed that and got that back up and running, let me return to chat real quick. All right, so um, so oh yeah. All right, thank you, Lauren, for answering that question earlier. Um, Perfect Duck, you started game development. That's awesome. What type of stuff are you working on? I hope you're still here, because I'm very interested to hear. Um, all right. So thanks, Jaka. Thank you. Thank you very much. I you sure know how to make someone feel special. My smile is less annoying, and my haircut is cool. So, thank you. I guess. Oh, sorry, I missed Fanboy departing, but uh, when I worked on Rock Band, they used my voice to test the voice recognition. I I assume you're making that up, but because I wasn't very involved with the voice testing, I did test it a little bit, but there was actually like a special team that worked on that sort of thing. So, uh, um, so oh yeah, I people have been telling me I should set up a donate button, and like I've been like thinking about it. It's like on my to-do list. I haven't gotten around. I haven't gotten around to it yet. It's funny because like I keep telling myself like I don't need a donations button. What I need is once I get my games out on the market, I need to have it so that you can buy my games, right? Because like that's I don't know. I consider myself a game developer, and so like most game developers don't have like donate buttons, right? But then like most streamers do, and I'm clearly like big into streaming at this point. I don't know. So like yeah, right? All right. I mean, obviously there are advantages to having a donate button, right? So I should probably set that up. But yeah, I haven't gotten to it yet. All right. Well, yeah. Heck, if there's if there's a demand for it, sure. Why not? Um, yeah. No. I guess I should do that. I should. What will make me remember it? I'll write. I'll like. Yeah. I'll write a note to myself. Hold on. Sorry. I'm just gonna switch over to Facecam for a second. I'll try not. Hey, new follower. VXR Cooker 2000. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Welcome. Sorry, yeah, I'm just in. I'll try not to smile while I'm in Facecam because it's everything's so much bigger now. But I'm just doing that real quick so I can write a note to myself. The only time I actually read notes to myself is if I email them to myself. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Sorry. So to myself and subject set up donate button, I guess. All right. Hopefully now I'll actually remember to do it. No, I shouldn't. Oh, now that I'm in my email, I'm like tempted to like look at other things. Oh no, I should not have done that. I should not have done that. Oh no. Oh wait, no, I won't get distracted. I don't do like social media or any of that stuff while I'm on stream, so I won't. Okay. That'd be no one wants to watch me do that. Sorry, one second. All right. So yeah. Oh gosh. Someone mentioned why did I check my notifications? Now I'm just gonna be like unable to focus for the rest of the day. All right, I can do this. I can do this, you guys. All right, I was setting up the multiples or the singulars and the multiples of these. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I have to do, right? I have to like across the top of the screen, I have to set up all the the donator stuff, right? Because it needs to be a like top donator, recent donators, and like I mean, yeah, I've never done that stuff before, but like, I mean, like, some people get like the actual donation messages to show up and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll get on that. All right, so, yeah, where was the thing that I was working on? It was this list. Okay, so, I did do a backflip. Okay, to taste a spicy new dish. Right, I was talking about each versus the multiple case for the first time. So, for example, the like multiple adventures taste a spicy new dish for the first time. They don't each need to taste a spicy new dish for the first time because like it doesn't matter if they're like eating like there's no such thing as like group eating really. Like you can sit together and eat, but like anyways, it's not like I don't think that'll be confusing. So whittle a small toy for some kid. So one adventure whittles a small toy for a precocious precocious I don't know how to spell precocious. I also don't know why people call children precocious. So maybe I shouldn't yeah, Twitch alerts. That is definitely the place I would go to do that stuff because it seems really cool. I don't use funny thing. I don't use Twitch alerts for the notifier. For the notifications. I use Twitch Twitch notifier or T notifier. So I might have to like mix and match or something. I don't know. My nose. Yeah. I seriously, I'm not doing it intentionally. I just like I don't know. All right. Yeah. What is this precociousness all about? Are children's really as precocious as they're so frequently described? Having certain abilities are precocious. Yeah, whatever. Precocious. Is precocious young redundant? No, that's fine. Child. I guess if it's multiple adventures, it doesn't have to be a small toy. Maybe that's the difference. So for multiple adventures, whittle a train set. Or, no, I don't have to specify what type of toy it is. Whittle whittle some small toys. Whittle a collection of small toys for some precocious young children. Okay. I still need to come up with the points values for these, but I can do that. Not imminently. Deletedlink.com. Oh yeah, so Twitch alerts. If anyone is like, hey, what's that thing they were talking about? I need to check that out too. It's literally twitchalerts.com is the website. Uh, okay, so precocious. Well, yeah, okay, I did use that one in a sentence. I can stick to that rule. Creative. So, I mean, I think this is literally the only sentence, or like this is the only phrase that precocious ever gets used. A precocious young child is literally the only phrase in which that word ever shows up. I'm pretty sure it's the only context in which I've ever heard that word used, or else the exclamation "how precocious" to describe a young child. I think like precocious basically is an adjective meaning like it doesn't have a meaning to itself. It just emphasizes the it just strengthens or emphasizes a reference to a small child is or a young child is what that word means. All right. So So learn a delicious new recipe. Uh, so one adventurer learns to cook a delicious new recipe. I'm not adding a new one. Uh, so one adventure takes a swig from the plural or the singular they, like the singular there. I'm assured that it is grammatically correct, and yet I think I just have to accept that it's grammatically correct. I think that is the correct thing to do. There, canteen. This one would be relatively low points value. What is a swig? I assume it's like a thing that you take from a canteen. Whoops, not swing, swig. Uh, um, so, no. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't whittle toys for dead children, but I don't. That's a little sad. Okay, a large gulp. All right, that's good. Fine, good. All right. It takes. Um. So multiple adventures. Take. Each. Take a swig from their canteen. Actually, no, it shouldn't be from a canteen. It should be like a fresh spring. Yeah, no. So one adventure sips delicious. I just use delicious too much. Sips fresh water from a natural spring. Multiple adventures sip fresh water from a natural spring. Again, low points value, but whatever. uh, Oops, I still have OBS on screen. It's like weirding me out. I'm just gonna minimize that real quick. Sorry. Okay. Learns to cook a delicious new recipe. Right. Oh yeah, I didn't do the multiple of this. So multiple adventures learn to cook a delicious new recipe. So this kind of implies it's the same recipe, which kind of makes sense because maybe they all learned it from the same whatever. I don't know. All right. So unexplored cavern. Percent. One adventure stumbles upon an unexplored cavern. Previously, or an whatever. It's just an unexplored cavern. Explored cavern. Stumbles upon I feel like it needs another adjective, like something to make it a little more interesting. Because like, oh, you found an unexplored cavern. Maybe that is interesting enough, but I think some people don't find cavern. I don't know if you just find an unexplored cavern. Is that necessary? I don't know. Something about that kind of like lands with a like unimpressive thud, sort of. I don't know. I'll come up with something, but for now I'll move on. So multiple adventures. Stumble upon an unexplored cavern. Not there we go. I can type. Oh, cool. What type of game are you working on, Jocko? An unexplored cavern. Uh, that's fine. Strange new insect. Uh, um, so yeah, one adventure finds strange new type of insect. Uh, uh, oh, I know how to make this more interesting. I'll just give it an exclamation point at the end. Brilliant. All right. Find strange new type of insect. Multiple adventures. Find I was gonna say a hive of strange new insects, but find a strange new type of insect. Not all insects are like hive creatures, so. Uh, uh, well, I'm glad you could be here for it, Steeler. uh, I really appreciate that comment. Just I don't know. I spend a lot of time trying to make the game feel like an adventure, so I'm glad that it's working in some ways at least. Um, oh whoa. That sounds wild, Jocko. That sounds like quite a game. I'm sold. I'd pre-order that. um, find a strange. Oh, catch fish. Caught a fish. So and so caught a fish. Exclamation point. That one's very brief. So, like catching a fish is exciting too because it's all like floppy and weird. Multiple adventures. Each caught a fish. Or actually, I'll just say caught a fish, and it might just that might mean that they each caught fish, and it might mean that they all caught a really big fish. Actually, no. I'll be specific about it. Caught a really big fish. Uh, oh, and plus Mary starts with an exclamation, or Mary has an exclamation point on it, so maybe I shouldn't have exclamation points. Or I should just be very... Yeah, maybe I just shouldn't use exclamation points. Because that's probably a little too much. Too many exclamation points. So I'm just gonna dial it back. And for the one, if some of them don't seem interesting enough, I can always just reduce their points value. Because if they're not interesting, then maybe they're just not worth very many points. That seems fair. Did I miss any? That might be all of them. Alright, caught a really big fish. Um, you'll level up. You'll level up at some point. Because, yeah, so, I don't, yeah. Earlier I mentioned, like, throwaway options in an event, and so what I was talking about when I mentioned that, or sorry, what's the next one? A dragonfly. What I was talking about when I mentioned, so one adventure. So yeah, actually, so this would be actually. Oh right, it's in the phrasing, right? So dragonfly. Sorry. Yeah, some of the throwaway options. I'm going back and forth. On whether to keep them in, because like they're a little deceptive. I mean, they're intentionally deceptive. But basically, what it means is that like sometimes Trusty Bard, like when Trusty Bard says what your options are, what your possible actions are, like some of them, sometimes one of them is not a real action, and they're treated differently, so you can actually tell when it's happening. But the end result is that if you don't notice that it's a throwaway option, or if you choose to take the throwaway option for whatever reason, you don't get as much experience from that. So. I'm kind of on the fence. Like I kind of go back and forth. One Adventures. Oops. Where am I typing? Let's type here, please. Lands on One Adventures. News. Yeah, I like having like options like Shiver Ye Timbers and stuff like that, but then also sometimes I think like maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it'd just be cleaner and more straightforward if I took those out. C++, Python, Java, C Sharp, Pascal, or HTML. So we can scratch out Pascal and HTML because I like have basically never used those. Actually, that's not true. I made a website. I have the world's most boring website, or at least the world's like most basic website. It says the name of the website, and then it has links to the games that you can play on the website. But other than that, there's literally nothing to it. So I guess Pascal is definitely the one I use the least because I'm pretty sure I've never used that. C++ I don't use very much. Or Java, sorry. I haven't used Java in like the past 7 years, so that one's probably low on the list. C++, like I said, I have used it before, but I don't use it very often. Or like none of my current projects use it. So between Python and C Sharp, I don't know. Right now I do Python a lot more, but before this project, this is like the first time I've done Python on such a big project, and so before this, like C Sharp was definitely the winner, and I still do use C Sharp sometimes. My next project might be in Hacks actually, so Hacks might take the lead in the near future. When there are three options, there are always two winners. There's a very diverse possible range of like possible outcomes for like a given event. So when there's two options, there could be like they could all be winners. There could be no winners. And but by winners, I assume we're talking about like perfect outcomes. Because like yeah, so there's I can go over the event types in just a second. Let me just bust these out because I seem to be incapable of typing and talking at the same time. A dragonfly lands on One Adventurer's nose. A dragonfly or it's not gonna be nose. I think it's when you cap. Some people might not like a dragonfly on their nose. Dragonflies land on the caps of oh, this is a little weird. A dragonfly actually for multiple adventures it might just the dragonfly probably doesn't land because like I don't know like a concise way to say like or no, it's a little weird if multiple dragonflies all land on multiple adventures all at the same time. Like one dragonfly per adventure. It's weird that all happens at the same time. So it's fine in the singular case for the dragonfly to land on the adventurer's cap, but in the other case, the dragonfly zips past zips by multiple adventures. Yeah. I don't know. All right, so two more. Catch a glimpse of fairy folk and receive a letter from a friend. I'm pretty sure I spelled receive wrong right there. I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell receive. Oh, and I need to add in the points values. All right, so one adventure catches a glimpse of catches a glimpse of some sprightly I don't even know if that's a word. I think it's a word. What does it mean? Sprightly lively, full of energy. Alright, cool. Oh, sprightly, yeah. Yeah, I was actually going to spell it with a GH, but then I was like, wait, no. It's probably spelled with oh, I guess that is an alternate spelling. Alright, well, GH was actually my first guess, so I'm going Uh, go with that. So some sprightly fairy folk. Uh, and then multiple adventures. Catch a glimpse of some sprightly sprite fairy I can spell it. Fairy folk. Although I think there are like 500 different ways to spell fairy. So uh, uh, um, yeah. Sorry, I will explain that. I haven't forgotten about explaining the event system. I just want to finish this real fast. So one adventure receives. Again, I just cannot spell receives. Receives a receives receives a letter from a friend. Multiple adventures receive multiple adventures each receive a letter from their friends from friends, I guess. Yes. Sure. So, oh yeah, no, the points value, or I'll explain the event system first. Yeah, so there are all different types. There are 6 different types of events, and in the different types of events, the outcomes are processed differently based on. Hey, Zero Maverick, welcome back. No, I specifically avoided crowning any GMs until I stopped working on the how to GM document too, because I figured if I was working on it, you should be here for it. So yeah, I can jump back to that in just a second. Let me I'm just gonna actually I'll probably restart the script in just a moment. So I'm gonna bring down the script for just a second. Because once I update these new passive whatever things, I'll ruin it. So these are part of the mix. Excuse me. So yeah. So what are the points values? So right now we have 3, 4, 5, 7, 20. So it's important to have multiple low value ones. So like the 3s and the 4s and the 5s, like that's kind of important to have a bunch of those, and then the rest should like kind of be in the spectrum between, like they could go as high as I want, like catching a glimpse of some sprightly fairy folk. That I'm gonna make that worth like 15 points because like that's supposed to be very rare. So like not yet. These points values don't just indicate like the specialness, but also like they also kind of affect how frequently they'll happen. So yeah. So a dragonfly zips by, like that's like neat, not that special. That can be worth 3 points. Actually, I could do some that are worth 2 points, right? Is there a reason I didn't want to go below 3? Hmm. No, I guess that's fine. I guess 3 is fine. Uh, receive a letter from a friend. That's kind of nice. That can be worth like 6 points or something. Actually, no, I'll make that more special. That'll be like worth 8 points. Caught a fish, not very special, but kind of nice. That can be 4 points. Strange new type of insects. That's kind of cool. I'll make that like 6 points at least. Stumbles upon an unexplored cavern. That can be like. No, I'll make that 10. Because for one thing, you're not going to stumble across them very often. And also, I thought that one sounded unexciting, so it should at least be worth points, and that'll make it like more exciting. Sip from a natural spring, that one's like 3. Learns to cook a delicious new recipe. That one's pretty good. I think 5 is usually like learning something is like a 5 usually. So whittling a small toy for a precocious young child. That one's just sweet. That can be 9. Excuse me. Taste a spicy new dish. That can be like 3, I guess. Wins a match of arm wrestling. That can be like 4. Lands a sweet backflip. That's got to be like 4. All right. There we go. That's good. So they'll automatically get sorted when they get loaded in. So just need to make sure I don't have any bad data in here. Looks good. Save that. All right, so now I don't know if the script has been down quite long enough. I'll let it sit for like a second longer. And let's go back to the GM guide that we were working on. All right, so how to run an event. All right, actually, before I do this, I should explain the event types, because you'll need to know the event types by the time you get down to here. So, event, excuse me, event types. What is this? Size 11, I think the rest of the text document tends to be. All right, so it's size 11. All right, let's go look at the list of event types that we have. All right, so random, jagged, decided, popular, even, short. Yeah, sure. Random, jagged, decided, popular, even, short. Oops. Alright, I can probably rerun the script at this point. Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to say, Jocko, but I appreciate that you, for the most part, tend to respect that this is a channel that we keep our discourse civil and appropriate for ages, or for audiences of all ages. I also appreciate your sentiment. I think. All right. So random. Type 0. AKA type 0. I'm just gonna put in like the numbers that I refer to them by, because it's like I never talk about the names. I always, whenever I talk about them by number. And so, oops, type 1. So like whenever you hear me talking about events, I'll always say the numbers. And so if a GM hears me talking about events, this will at least help lend some context to that. Okay, so all right. I should bold these so it's clear that these are the names, or clear that these are like the important parts. So random, aka type 0. One perfect outcome is chosen at random. Or so okay, so exactly one outcome is perfect chosen at random. Each outcome or exactly one action is perfect chosen at random. Each action is randomly assigned nice perfect, or not. So yeah, for jagged, like any of them can be anything, uh, like independent of each other. So jagged and random are similar. Like they're kind of grouped. Like zero and one are kind of similar. Two and three are kind of similar. Four and five are kind of similar. And also zero, two, and four are kind of similar. And one, three, and five are kind of similar. So it's probably a better way to present this information. But actually, yeah, maybe I should like insert a table or something. Can you do that? Huh. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Because yeah, it kind of would make more sense to view it as a grid. All right, so type 2. Oh yeah, so so exactly one action can succeed the most popular, or the action with the most the action most players choose. Uh, so actions succeed the more players choose them. Wait. Actions succeed if enough players choose them. Potentially actions succeed if enough players choose them. Multiple can get nice. Multiple actions can get nice. Only like in even in, like so in type 2, like only one can like get an outcome. Like so like if there are four options, only one of them can be like if only one of them can be like nice or perfect. And if that one's nice or perfect, then none of the others are nice or perfect. So the difference between decided and popular is that if one gets perfect, the others can't get like perfect or nice. But if one gets nice, then the others can still get nice too. So like if multiple options are at least somewhat popular, then you don't have to make like a hard and fast decision. You can just kind of like, if some of them are popular and some of them are not popular, then like I guess that's kind of like the difference there. Um, uh, so even every action succeeds equally if players choose all actions equally. So this is like the divide and conquer sort of approach. Even so like if everyone oh, you're making fun of my thank you. Yeah, whatever. You're not the first person to point it out. This isn't a startling discovery on my part that I say those things, and I probably won't change my speech pattern. So I'm glad we covered that. All right, so I don't do it intentionally, and I can try and cut down on it, especially if I'm doing it too much. But there's one day where every time I caught myself saying or I would instead say umbrella, and that was a terrible day. Umbrellas everywhere. Sorry. Hey kids. The trick, if anyone, maybe it's too late for me. I'm beyond help, but the trick to not saying like and is to just talk slower. People who tend to talk at a slower pace will just naturally not have those little words sprinkled, or those little non-word noises sprinkled throughout their speech. What happens when people use those little non-word things is the case where they're literally talking faster than their brain produces words to be said, and without any specific thing to say, they will habitually make some noise. See, I didn't do it at all because I was talking slow. I just don't naturally tend to talk slow. I naturally tend to talk faster. So maybe I should just like learn to talk slower. Maybe, I don't know. But then sometimes like the other thing about that is that like if you just naturally talk slow, even when you are thinking of things fast, you will then still be talking. So then, like yeah, I say like and all those things a lot of the time, but like a lot of the time I'm talking fast and I'm thinking fast and I don't have pauses in my speech. So it's a trade-off, I guess. So I don't know. Do you want to say or do you want to talk like a slow person your whole life? It's a tough choice. All right. Um. Uh, Apocalypse. Yes, I believe it would, Zero Maverick. That's good. If alpacas took over the world, it would be the apocalypse. Careful, Max Meyer. Uh, all right, so short. Uh, actions succeed unless too many players choose the same one. All right, so these are the. Is this clear, Zero? Zero Maverick. Is this like it? I can explain more about like how the specific events work, but like is this like clear enough so that, because like what I'm writing here is like basically like how you can remember like how the event types work. So uh um uh oh no. No, creative. Some people in chat, like they'll say things and it'll like, I don't get that from you, creative. I get the sense that I get from you is that you have like a fun sort of spirit, and you like that most of what you're saying is either in jest or otherwise like just like, yeah, no, I don't get that. I don't get a bad vibe from you or anything. uh, some people I get that. um uh okay, so excuse me. Yeah, so right, okay. Good. Good. Okay, so yeah, these are the event types, and so yeah, the here's like an example of like how to end an event. I guess I might as well point out that like uh uh the no, whatever, that's fine. So yeah, that's how you run an event. Oh yeah, oh right. So, um, uh, uh, congrats again. Uh, if the Trusty Bard uh, will confirm the conclusion of the event by what does he say? He says like he says something. He I don't think he just says the outcomes. Uh, what does he say? When excuse me, when you conclude an event, he says like that's when he does the calculations. And then oh maybe he just does huh. Actually when you conclude an event no, I think he just says the outcomes. Yeah, I don't think he says anything else. Uh okay, yeah, so Trustee Bard will confirm the conclusion of the event by stating uh, the outcomes for each action along with the number of adventurers who chose each. So the list of actions will be sorted from most influence to least influence. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. Sorry. Pardon me. The list of actions will be sorted from most influence to least influence. Influence. So. Influence is the sum total of the experience of I should explain this somewhere else because this isn't really no I guess this is pertinent to running an event. Influence is the sum total of the experience of the adventurers which chose that action. uh, uh, More influential. So yeah, this is kind of like an odd point. I'll probably want to explain this more later. Uh, yeah, no, I should explain this somewhere else. Influence. Because it's a kind of a weird point. Well, no, I mean, I guess I can put it here. I don't really have anything else to explain here, so yeah, no, I can just put it here. Influence is the sum total of experience of the adventures which chose the action. While while because like okay, so generally speaking, the outcomes yeah, let me. Before I try and type it out, let me just see if I can even like put to words like what this is. It's basically that like an outcome, a specific like the result of a specific action or like the results for a specific action are all based on how many players chose that particular action and the type of event. The overall outcome. I feel the overall outcome is actually like generally more decided by like influence because like it's basically like the more experience you accrue, the more influence points you have. And so generally, like, yeah, like there's nothing really in the game that enforces influence points, because like again they have more to do with the story than like the actual game mechanics. Like you don't get more experience just for having influence points. That'd be like the rich get richer sort of thing, right? Where if you have a lot of experience points, you get more experience points, and it would just go on infinitely forever, and no one could ever catch up with you. No, the way influence points work is, yeah, I guess like, so I'm trying to think of how to really like convey this in like the like how to GM thing, because basically like influence points only really work if the GMs pay attention to them. For example, I don't know, like hold on, what was so like in the example of the event that just occurred, the little fur balls floated softly into your arms. So like climb was listed first, which I think technically means that whoever chose climb, Max Meyer, actually had greater influence points overall. So I don't know. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of up to like the GM's interpretation as how to use those. But I guess like the whole point is that like it sorts it. It's like an whoops. I accidentally double clicked on it and it tried to translate. Um, yeah, it basically means that I guess it's like another measure to consider when choosing like the outcomes. I specifically meant it for like decisions. So like if the group has to make a decision, then that's like a situation wherein yeah, I guess that's like the I guess that's really what well, it's weird though, cuz like um no, what's a good example of how influence points uh should go? It's basically like, huh. Should I mean I could just change the rules of the game. I could just make it so that like influence points actually count for the outcomes. Because what was occurring to me is that like yeah, like just in the example of the event that just happened in chat. So one adventurer chose climb, and two adventurers chose shake, but the adventurer that chose climb had more influence overall than the combined total of the adventurers who chose shake. So like shake technically won by like the rules of the event, but climb had the greater influence. So like I don't know, it's kind of a weird split. Um, so I guess like what's important for the GM to know in order to like really take influence points into account. I guess it would be basically that influence is the sum total of experience of which shows the action. Generally, so I guess yeah. So I guess uh, generally I should probably make this a rule. Everyone can play. No killing or otherwise incapacitating players. Yeah, it should probably be a rule, cause like, kind of. I mean, it kind of is a rule of like the story, or like of how like the. Yeah, it was like I never really had to codify it when I was like going to be the GM, because I would just understand how it works, and I can make decisions accordingly. Um, uh, uh, no, I'll just say influence is some total experience of the adventure that shows the action. Generally, the higher the influence, the more important that action So generally, higher influence actions are more important to the outcome of uh, um, I don't want to say like they should do this, they should do that, but like I'm not. I don't want to say that like the actions like should be more important, but like, hmm, maybe I'll maybe I should consider factoring in influence points for the outcomes, and it wouldn't just be like a flat like it wouldn't just be like flatly like right now the sorting method is just a sum total of the influence points, but I'd have to come up with like a slightly different system than that. Um, uh, which I could. I guess I'll add that to the backlog because the more I think about it, the more important I think it would actually be. I'm gonna call the GM initiated passive bonuses done. Um, I could even call this done because I did add more passive bonuses, bulk-ish. I had more than doubled the amount that I had, so that's kind of bulkish. Kind of. Although I should also add a new task to add even more passive bonuses. um, because I should. Maybe I'll just leave that over here. It's not as important anymore though. So yeah, no, I'll wait till it gets important again before I add it back in. I do need to add more events in bulk. That's what I was supposed to be doing today. And then I just got pretty distracted along the way. Alright, yeah, so uh, generally higher influence actions are more important to the outcome of so generally so generally higher influence outcomes are more important to the direction of uh, of or the yeah direction of the story. I don't know. Whatever. That's fine. Again, I kind of have to figure that out. So I should talk about how or no how to grant passive bonuses. So how often? Yeah, the passive. So the passive bonus system. Uh, uh, what is the actual timer here? The timer is passive points cooldown. Yeah. Passive points cooldown is 900 seconds. Oh, really? Wait, is that true? Oh yeah, no, that would be accurate. I guess 900 seconds. That's like it's like 15 minutes. Really? 15 minutes. Interesting. Uh uh okay. Sure. um hmm. Yeah, I should pay close attention to the passive points. Like whenever the passive whatever. Uh, oh, I didn't explain multi. Whoops. Yeah. Uh, uh, huh. Oh yeah, so I should do that real quick. Uh, uh, so and at least two action tags words would start with a pound character. For example, okay, so you can allow multiple actions. You can allow players to each choose multiple actions by adding multi to the very end of the line. For example, exorcism, multi. All right. Yeah. I almost forgot. All right. So, what was I on about? Oh yeah, the eligibility. Oh yeah, because the passive. All right. So, um, so how to grant passive bonuses. Um, uh, warning. If you grant passive bonuses more than once every 15 minutes, you can run out of the bonus can fail. Use if you grant passive bonuses more than once every 15 minutes, the bonus can fail. The bonus may fail. These are meant to be used somewhat sparingly. To grant a passive bonus, I don't need to capitalize that. Passive bonus, begin a line with Mary. Passive. So passive bonuses. Actually, wait, hold on. Passive bonuses. I can type. Passive passive bonuses are meant to represent what are they meant to represent? Like occasional bonus or occasional perks or fortunate events. Please use sparingly. Yeah. Alright, so grant a passive bonus, begin a line with Mary. For example, Mary, some adventurers each land a sweet backflip. Good job, you flippin' adventures, you. Hold on, I just need to check. All right, so the average. All right, so in the vicinity of 7 seems to be an okay average, I think, for the passive bonuses. Because like that's like about the average like cost of a passive bonus. Like some of them go higher to like 15 or 20, but like most of them are on the lower end, like more around like 3, 4, or 5. So I think if I can get the average to stay around 7, that's probably pretty good. And then like statistically, like some people will end up getting all the way up to like 15 or 20, and so those will occur sometimes, or they can. I mean, I might want to make it more regimented. Like I might want to make it so that there's a slightly higher chance to like roll the 20s and the 15s, so that I don't know. We'll see. Like if it's never anyone's birthday, then I might have to reevaluate. And alternately, if this average gets too low, then I'll know that it never will be anyone's birthday, basically. And uh all right. Anyways, yeah, I want to change Mary. Ah, sorry, that's neither here nor there, but I really do. So I need to look up more archaic words. Uh, Archaic word express delight. I guess I don't know. No, no. Ah, rabble warble. All right, archaic words. Uh, Oxford Dictionary. Wow, is this all of them? So express phi. So that's again. There are a lot of. Why are there so many expressions to express? Oh, Mary! Look at that. Wait, surprise, indignation, or emphatic assertion? That doesn't sound right. Indignation. Huh. Yeah. So I don't think I want to use Mary. Why aren't there good expressions? Why don't people ever um why are there not as many, there just aren't as many words to express happiness? Uh Way of expressing huzzah? Huzzah might be good. Maybe. Huzzah. Used to express approval or delight. That might be better. Yeah, no. Cyril, that I think that's I think that's I think that's true, unfortunately. I guess. I don't know. I know that like, the future is like bright and like we have all this like life is a lot better than it used to be, but like that's also a relative thing. Like even like to a certain extent, like happiness is like a choice, right? It's like happiness is for those who choose it, and like it's not like happiness got invented recently. So even if there aren't as many words for happiness, it seems like there should at least be like one. And I guess maybe huzzah. Huzzah is definitely better than Mary. So let's change that at least. So you're now huzzah. You are now huzzah. Heyday, Mary, and yoicks. Those are my backups in case huzzah doesn't work out. All right, cool. Uh, well, you can still have that as a bonus now, and now it'll be less ambiguous. If 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 you're so all right, huzzah. Uh, oh yeah, I just for the importance. Oops. Or just so I don't forget, or just to be clear about it, I guess. I'm gonna point out that this includes the including the exclamation point. Uh, and that goes for both of these actually. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry for the delay. All right. So huzzah! Some adventurers find a pretty seashell. Beautiful. Uh, uh, It'll be gemstone. An exquisite gemstone. Some adventurers find an exquisite gemstone. Yes. All right, and then trusty bard. Trusty bard will confirm by saying indeed and saying how many adventurers benefited from the bonus experience. All right. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Zero. Yeah, I guess if I'd been thinking, yeah, I don't know, because I'm here all the time. Like, I forget that I kept adding little things for the GM, but like once you add enough little things, like it works out to be like a lot of things. So I guess like for today we should probably just plan on getting through more of this. We're almost there. The only other thing that you need to know to be a GM, there's only the three things. There's the rules, the event types, and then there's how to do commands. And there's only three commands. There's starting a command, or there's no, I guess technically there's four, because there's starting a command, there's ending a command, or starting an event, ending an event, granting passive bonuses, and rolling dice. And that's all you really need to know. But yeah, sorry, I mean, yeah, we'll get there, and I will keep my word that you'll be the first GM. But yeah, it might be like tomorrow or the next time you're here. Sorry. All right, Trusty Bard will confirm by saying indeed and saying how many adventures benefit from the bonus experience. All right, so roll dice. So you can add dice roll to whatever you say in chat by adding number or a set of dice to the end of the line, enclosed in square braces. You can roll dice. You can add, yeah, no, you can add a dice roll to whatever you say in chat by adding a number or a set of dice uh, by specifying a number, uh, a number or set of dice to the end of the line and closing square braces. Examples. The total number cannot exceed 100. Examples. Examples. So like you attempt to cross the river 10. More dice roll. You try to sneak past the guards. 2d6. You stop saying you. You open. No, I won't stop saying you. I lied. Sorry. You open a treasure chest. 4d4. I don't know. Whatever. Or 4d10, I guess. I don't know. Say 20 or so some goblins storm no some goblins charge some goblins barrage your gates with rocks. I don't know. Whatever, I don't care. 50. I don't know. I don't know what these dice rolls are about, but whatever. Trusty bard will give an indication of the general success question. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this is going. Alright, Trusty Bard will give an indication of the general success. If the question is about like something that's not already in the game, then the answer is no. If the question is about something that I've talked about here, then I'd be happy to answer it. How's that sound? Trusty Bard will give an indication of the general success. Or the general outcome. Audio. I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna add music. There's no music. Never music. And I'm not crazy. I have a reason for this. You might notice, like, I always, like, if I'm streaming, I have my earbuds in, like, almost always. And it's because, I'm always listening to music. And if I couldn't choose this music, if I had to listen to if I couldn't choose this music, if I had to listen to someone else's music, I would be really annoyed. Like I would just hate everything forever. Not really, but like I'm exaggerating slightly. But like having other people choose your music is the worst thing in the world. Again, I'm exaggerating a little bit. But no, I'll never play music on this stream. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind at some point, but at least as of now, like I never plan to play music on the stream because you should be listening to your own music right now. If you can hear me talking right now, you should be listening to your own music. You should be. If you're watching this stream, you're on a device that can play music right now. And if you can hear me talking, then you clearly have audio enabled. So, like, I don't know. If you choose, I don't know. All right. Trusted Bride will give an indication of the outcome of the resulting, an indication of the general outcome, or no, the outcome relative to the maximum possible, followed by the exact numbers uh, such as so for example 5, 10, or like it's like 4 out of 10, 38, oops, 38 out of 50, yeah, but like I respect people who make music for games. I just happen to play games with the sound off, which is why I don't prioritize it. Like for my first game project, I'm already talking to someone about like making audio for it because I know some people like audio in their games. Like to some people it's really important. I can appreciate it, and like if a game requires audio, I'll play it with audio. But actually, I mean, to be honest, it's actually a lot less likely that I'll play that game because there are a lot fewer circumstances where I'm in a place where I can play a game and I want to hear the audio. Like, so but in that, I mean, like, if I'm playing a mobile game in public, I probably don't want to hear the audio because I probably don't want my phone to be, or like my mobile device to be making noises while I'm in public. Um, if I'm at home, a lot of the time, I'll have like the TV on or something, or like I have something on in the background. In which case, I'd really rather be able to play a game where I don't have to, like if there's voice acting, like I don't know, like games like that, I just don't play as often because it's more convenient for me to play games that don't require audio. I don't know. It's a personal thing, but that's I don't know. That's me. And so no, I'm sure I'm sure there are tons of fun things that you could do with audio. In fact, there are. For the past 7 years, or for the past 6 years, I worked at at a studio that makes audio games. So like, I clearly recognize that there's a time and a place for audio in games, and there's a million wonderful things you can do with it. But just from my personal experience, I don't think there's nothing critical about audio for games. Like games can be as or more fun with zero audio. Which again, I don't mean as a slight to people who work on audio. I just mean that it's like saying you need swords in a game. Not exactly, but it's like saying like you need I don't know. It's like saying like there's no one thing that you need in a game, including not audio. So yeah. Uh, yeah, there's some streamers that like I would enjoy their stream a lot more if they would just turn off the freaking music, because like I want to hear what they're saying, but they have such bad taste in music. And like they'll like stop songs in the middle of the song. Okay, here's like another thing. Like if I'm listening to a song, I don't care if it's mediocre. You play that song to the end. You do not stop that song right in the middle of it. Like that's hey, MSG138, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I was just ranting about music. Don't mind me. All right. I think these are all the instructions basically. Is there anything I'm forgetting here? Uh, I guess I should include the things that Trusty Bard says when you get certain roles. Uh, so like where are they? They're down here. Yeah. All right. So they're done by sixths. So wait, those examples that I just listed, 4 out of 10. That would be, which sixth is 4 out of 10? It'd be the third sixth, because it's more than a third, but it's less than half. So yeah, that'd be well, that's not too bad. Oh, whoops. I forgot a period here. Okay. So this one would be, well, that's not too bad. Doop-a-doop. Oh yeah, these should be in italics. That's not too bad, 4 out of 10. Or 38 out of 50, that's pretty good. Actually, yeah. Actually, this one will be critical success, just so I can give an example of that one, of the critical success. So 38 out of 50, I don't know. What sixth is that? It's good, right? Oh no, I can figure this out. If I double it, then it's out of 100, and it'd be 76 out of 100. So 76. Oh, that's the top. No, that's not the top sixth. That's the second to top sixth, right? I don't know. Probably. It doesn't have to be exact. Whatever. So that'd be, hey, that's pretty good. 12 out of 12 is oh, whoops. I think that's supposed to be an exclamation point there or something. I forget. I should put these next to each other so I can click between them more easily. Alright, yeah. So then 12 out of 12 is perfect. Fate smile today. And then 10 out of 40. 10 out of 40, that's got to be the bottom six, right? Maybe. I don't know. I'll just assume it is. I don't care. Alright. There we go. Alright, cool. So, how do I, oh, wait, actually, wait, what? Oh man, I haven't had a cat in a very long time. So, fortunately, I can say I haven't had that pleasure. But I do remember cats. Oh, cats. Oh man. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at your misfortune, but I just wasn't expecting that. um, all right. So